Hi, I'm Willie Mullins, and I want to welcome you to our YouTube channel. I'm 45 years old. I run an ARCA Daytona series against all the kids, and we build all our own cars out of our garage. Daryl, myself, Kayla, and Dinah. So, Sunday morning, Chronicles of Mullins Racing, and it's cold, not gonna lie. Not like freezing cold, but coolish. I got Kayla over here helping. I think she's trying to hide, but whatevs. Well, we're over here to shop, and Kayla, can you explain what kind of fit check you got going on today on this Sunday? What kind of pants are you wearing? Who are the makers?
I'm wearing my Dino Christmas pants.
Dino Chris, and I'm wearing Snap-on today. You know, representing the brand. I mean, we ain't got fast race cars, but we got expensive tools. So how about that?
Hey, Willie.
Yeah.
What you doing?
So what we're doing, since this is a dry sump motor, we have our little Milwaukee drill down here, and we're spinning the oil pump over to make sure we get all the oil out of the oil pan and put it back in the oil tank so we can check the level of the oil before we start it.
I have a feeling we touched. Alright, so it's at 11. It'll touch.
So what are you doing, Kayla?
I'm checking the oil level. Trying to fall off a tire.
And how much oil do we have in the race car right now?
We need about another inch.
That's what all them women say.
That's fair.
We got Charles's race car ready for Daytona. He's coming to pick that up Monday. Finishing up my Chevrolet back there. That's the one Mitch is going to be driving. And then my car, we're getting close. Let's put it that way. A little work here and there, and then you got the fucking whatever you want to call her back there. I don't know where she went. Oh, there she is. I hear her making noise. She's like a rat. She keeps popping up.
You're the one that asked me to come over to help.
Just because I asked you to come over to help doesn't mean you got to show up to help. But then I'd have nobody.
If I don't come over and help, then you complain that you ain't got no help. That
is true. And then, well, that's on Sunday. Wes was here all day yesterday and helped me finish up Charles's car. So Carol's looking around for cleaner. And it's on the side of the toolbox where it always sits.
What you doing?
Side of the toolbox where it always sits. Hold on, let me think. That side. We gotta take a 1/2 inch off the upper control arm shim. Or at least 3/8 to start with.
All right, Willie.
Yeah.
What are we working on? Because it seems like we're working on things that already existed in this car.
So obviously everybody saw last year we got wrecked, or I ran into poor old Thad Moffat sitting in the middle of the track.
Oh, poor Thad. We love Thad.
So it killed the right front. When it did that, it killed the clip. But the control arm survived other than the ball joint and the bolts bent to shit. So I'm getting the bolt out of it. We got to see if there's any other damage to this control arm. Hopefully we can reuse this control arm without having to get a new one built. I believe it's okay, but time will tell. So that's what we're doing, cutting the bolts out of it and getting it apart.
Who will determine if it's okay? You, or will you send it somewhere?
Myself, because I can't afford to send it anywhere. If the bolts slide through it and it slides in the front clip and there's no cracks, it's good enough.
Who builds our arms normally? Like, who would this normally get sent to?
So BDI builds all our uppers and lowers. For this car, most of the time we use recycled parts, so we just want to make sure this thing isn't tore up.
We also got mail this week from our wonderful friends and sponsors at Keem Parts. Love it. So this will fit our ARCA cars too, but obviously we love this. Of course, we love the orange. So shout out to Teresa. These are amazing. These are really, really nice.
So I need lower control arm inserts. One of ours got damaged, I didn't realize it. So I need to turn down the old style ones that use the bigger bushing to the smaller, and then I'll set my gaps and get all that on the lowers figured out. I just need to get it within another 1,000 or so. I'm a little fat on it.
You look a little lost, Willie. What you looking for?
The old spindle out of this fucking speedway car. Willie.
I swear, so I don't have to beep out everything.
So we're looking for the spindle out of the speedway car that we broke last year. I kind of misplace things sometimes.
Wait, isn't everything supposed to be on the cart?
It was. We had to match it up to make sure we had the. There it is. So we had to send that to engineering, and then R&D got back to us. R&D found us the correct spindle to put back on this car, so it got misplaced off the cart. So we had to send it out, get it scanned, got it back, then we matched it up with that Joe's spindle.
He's lying.
Yeah. It rode around to Mooresville a couple times.
It's not there, so it don't matter.
Is that the broken one?
Yep, you're not supposed to have that.
That's what happens when you break a billet spindle.
And how did we break this, Willie?
Bad Moffat stopped in the middle of the track. That's my story. Our buddy Thad, you know, just parked his race car in the middle of the track and Willie blasted him in the door.
So after the race, Thad Moffat come up to Willie and asked if he's okay, and he asked Thad what he hit, and Thad said, well, "You hit me."
So what we're doing is putting the lower control arm in on the right side. So we had to build a few parts since Willie damaged it. And I'm trying to get everything the way I'd be happy with it.
Did this get wrecked too? What are we doing on this?
This is from another wrecked car. We're stealing apart.
Willie wrecks a lot of shit.
That was
Not how it's
wrecked.
supposed to look.
No. Well, we're making it.
So Willie, yesterday I showed everyone the Imperial bolt bend
Yep.
to say that we always have what we need, but what's happening right now?
Well, you're gonna follow me out the trailer and we go to the backup nut and bolt bin. Because I don't have enough of what I like. I'm looking for the correct length lower control arm bolt. Because you don't want a mile of thread sticking out of this thing just because it looks shitty, but plus that's adding weight to the car. You figure every inch of bolt adds weight to a car.
This was the epic Virginia snowstorm, by the way. Here we are in our trailer. Why is the mayo out?
I don't know.
Oh, it's getting thrown away.
We did have what we needed. One of the good green bolts too. So we're gonna go put this in. And that's where it goes.
Plan to get uppers and lowers on today, or just lowers?
Oh, we should have this thing rolling here in a little bit. I mean, we're not far off. We'll stick some tires on it. Daryl did all the hard work putting that spindle back together. So we should honestly be able to do
So it should go on the ground today. What are you doing right now?
Well, we're getting ready to sit it down on the tires. Just roughly getting ride height set just so we can start checking other shit. So what I'm doing now is running these jack bolts down. We had marks on them.
Can I show the jack bolts or not?
Yeah. And then we're gonna roughly string it, roughly see where our wheelbase is. We wanna kinda get where we're kinda at.
And for those of you that don't know, they are General tires, but they're Hoosiers. Hence why Willie was picked to be a Hoosier hero last year. People were real confused why he was picked, but these tires are Hoosiers.
Yeah, go look at this.
So just so everyone knows, we need some lug nuts, and I'll take you back to our lug nut pile.
Mr. Mullins is a hoarder.
You just need a good handful of good lug nuts.
I mean, that's not as dumb as what's in that box, so.
Well, lead rail spacers, and then obviously got wheel studs. And
Are you a hoarder?
No, never a hoarder. We're a parts keeper of the parts.
We do have a mezzanine here, and if you watch Mitch Stapleton's video, you saw this stuff. Whew. More hoarder shit. But here's an overview. This is the infamous Robbie Gordon Montreal car. But this is the shop that Mullins Racing races out of. What are you checking, really?
So when you put a car together with steering box, you need to make sure this measurement, all these 4 points, you cross measure it, and you need to make sure it's square. You all the way in?
Yeah, this is all the way in, and that looks like it needs to be short. Unless this can be shortened a bunch, but I don't know, that's not really enough. Good, well, car is a little pretty off. Let's get it out first for you. That's
And we're ready to mark the steering box before we touch the steering wheel.
So what's the next step?
So what we're doing is we kind of roughed in our toe. We just want to get our heights kind of roughed in. It doesn't have all the weight in it. We just want to see what kind of where our wheelbase is at. We want to see where our caster camber's at before we start really doing a lot of thinking about it. So what we're doing is we set it on our 10-inch stands.
going center?
Yeah, centered of the aluminum. The rear should be close because we have not touched the jack bolts. You clear?
Yep.
And the back of the car is full of fuel. Doesn't have tailpipes under it, so she's a little heavy right now. So now we got it kind of roughed in on our heights. We're just gonna see where our toe is. Make sure our toe's kind of straight. Once we do that, we're gonna check our wheelbase, caster camber real quick. So we're going to put our string lines on it. I love these things. If you don't have string lines, string bars on your race car, I didn't realize how much I was missing them until didn't know. You know, you just don't know until you don't know. You can see what you got on that left front there.
You just said a lot of words that I don't think made any sense.
So I love string bars. That's what I'm telling you. I didn't realize I missed them until I had them, and then I really missed them.
Keep on coming. You're still about an eighth in.
What we're doing, Daryl's watching the tape measure while I set the toe.
What is toe?
Toe is how perfectly your front tires mimic each other. So toe in, toed out.
Why don't you do that looking at the camera?
Toed in at the top. So if you're staring at the front of your car facing uphill, it would be toed in or toed out. Both scrub speed.
And where do we want ours?
You want it a little toed out, like a 32nd, but toe out.
32nd out right now.
See how
So
far.
I have a question for you, Willie.
Yes, ma'am.
These tires, what if there's an inconsistency in the tire wall? And
There's
I'm
not.
wondering-
These are radial, and everybody knows Hoosier Tire makes a very good product, and these are spot on every time.
So what's happening now?
So the problem is the spindle's different because that side got wrecked. So we need to change the tie rod swedge tube. We need a little shorter of one, about an inch. But we're out of adjustment on the right front to get it where we need to. So this is all the stuff we need to know before we start putting a car back together, of what parts we're missing, what parts we need, things like that. So hopefully in our parts department, we can go put a PO in and get ourselves a tie rod tube.
Who's the parts department?
Whoever wants to claim it, but that's usually me. Are you up in the air or?
Over the blue?
Yeah.
510, is that the
It shouldn't matter where that bottom's at, as long as your pin is at the center of the spindle.
No, well, the center of the spindle will be there. I'm a 1/2 inch narrow.
Have it narrow?
Yeah. Let's lay it down. I think. So there's a stack of wheel spacers right here, there.
Those ones from the right front?
I would think we need to put on. They're rusty as fuck. Let's put that on the right front.
What are we checking out, Big Willie?
We're just making sure we're checking the width of the car. And at Daytona Talladega, you want it as wide as possible
Well, why is that?
to keep the wheel openings from filling full of air, technically. So that's what we're doing. We're just checking it before we start making like a ton of measurements. You know, we need to check before we do that, Daryl, is we need to check camber on both fronts. See how close we are to camber. I'm sure it's here somewhere. I just don't see it. Camber 6.7 and 2.5. 6.7 and 2.5. And about, yeah, let me fix, mine's fucked up too.
Hold on, we are bound.
That wheel's not turning. Probably on the ball joint on the bottom of that.
No.
We're going to go move the wheel. The wheel doesn't move. So now we got to figure out why the wheel doesn't move. It looks like it's just bound up on the ball joint. We'll stick. We're having some trouble with our clearance on the right front. But the good thing is we documented everything from last year with our string bars, and we realized we just don't have enough wheel spacer on our right front. So we got to get that set up. So then the wheel won't hit the lower ball joint. So I'll show you.
You want to pull these off or just add a quarter?
We're gonna add our quarter and just put an 1/8 with the quarter.
Add these are the ones I just pulled these off. So.
Yeah, so take that, put that on the outside of this one, the blue one. Should clear your ball joint. Very many throws left. She just loves taking pictures of my face. It's only a face a mother would love.
Five and 7/8. So we probably need to pull.
We need to be 4-1.
On the string bar?
No, on the camber.
Oh, I think we need to pull one of those spacers back off.
See where your camber is before we do that. So 4 would be 86, right? We need to be somewhere. $86.4.
86.4, so we're 3.6.
Hey Willie, as we're doing all this measuring and stuff, a lot of racers make jokes like young racers, they don't need school. Do you think being really good in geometry, paying attention to geometry helps race car world?
Oh, absolutely. If you want to be a good race car driver, you need to know math. I'm not the strongest, but I have people around me that can help me think about what we're doing. You know what the best thing would be to do to be a racer? Is be able to read a
Have
goddamn...
rich parents?
Well, that, or read a fucking tape.
Or what?
Be able to read a tape measure.
Well, that's math.
No, because there's a lot of good construction workers that couldn't fucking add. But there's a lot of construction workers that can't add, but they can read a badass tape measure.
But it's still math though.
To the rear?
Which way? Yeah.
We're checking overall wheelbase right now.
Yep.
I don't, you know, the tape measure is a little wonky to do this with. There you go.
Ten and a quarter.
Let's go check the other side.
These are 110 wheelbase chassis. That's all we can run. ARCA used to be able to run 105s and 110s, but we're 110 only now. What is the threshold that ARCA allows?
Plus or minus ½ inch from 110. One side has to be 110 no matter what. Come out a little bit.
What number are you on?
I'm on 6.
The outer edge on 6?
I'll come in. I'm in outer edge now on 6.
Outer edge on 6. Man, that's nice. 110 and an eighth.
Square.
So technically wheelbase is center to center, but the way you're doing it is just easier.
Yeah.
So like,
So Andy Belmont showed me that. It's just, I got the gate, the expensive thingy over there that I bought that I didn't really need. It's just easier for me and Daryl to do 2 squares and a tape measure. We'll check the camber on this side real quick, and then we'll swing it to see the caster, to see how far a caster is, and that'll decide what we're doing on that. This side should still be where we had it last year. So it's just, you know, we're trying to do the simple things first, because they'll always catch us at the end.
now what you working on, Willie?
Well, what we're doing is we're trying to get our caster right on this thing, because we move the control arms around. So then we don't have an exact what we need. So I had to get some slugs, and Daryl got us what we're needing. So we should be close there. That all matches up. Front or back? Slide it all the way back, right? Or we slide it forward?
Hold on. We're sliding forward. Yeah, so,
These go to the back.
yep, to the back.
Really fun little tidbit for our viewing audience. When you started racing, it was road racing SCCA. You built one of the cars that you road raced the most.
Yep.
From scratch.
You go up there. Yep.
How many years between building it and putting the first setup in it?
Well, you know, setup. I'll be honest, I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I knew what I was doing, but I was clueless. You know, and
Is it because you came from the drag race world where you're not doing things like this?
yeah, you don't. Back then, you didn't know. You know, we didn't know.
But like, are drag racers doing this much work for?
When they build a car initially, they should be, yes. But past that, not really. Once you, I mean, you're gonna mess with skew in the rear end and preload on a drag car. And once you do that, that's about it. You know, once you get that first, get it driving right, it is what it is at that point. These things we're always working on them, making them better.
Okay, Willie, I didn't video all this because you've been dicking around with this for like 2 hours and I'm freezing. So where are we? It is about what, 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. What's the date today? Like the 3rd? I don't know.
It's the 13th, I think.
So where
14th,
are we?
today's
What do we got moving forward? What'd you get done today?
So we got this thing sitting on the ground, wheels and tires. We're happy with our left side caster camber and wheelbase. Now we got to do the same thing with the right front. When we wrecked it, we killed the upper control arm, and if we had that exact same upper control arm, we'd be fine. So I need to find upper control arm this week or get one built. Other than that, it's, you know, we should be ready to put this thing on the chassis dyno. Hopefully end of next week is what our plan is.
When is this thing going to pull down?
Monday, Tuesday, or Friday of next week. Not this coming week, but the week of Christmas. So the week of Christmas, we're going to pull it down.
So did you want to thank anyone like that's going to be doing this the week of Christmas for your
All
butt?
those guys that help me, you know who you are. So we're going to try to have this video edited this week, hopefully. But a good day, just frustrated we didn't get it all done. I'm always frustrated we don't get it all done, but we never get it all done. So we're working at it.